Just be starting in a minute. Okay, now yeah, this is going to be a pretty different stream than what I usually do. Because basically I had this crazy idea for a YouTube series about Elden Ring, that as far as I can tell, nobody has done something quite like what I want to do. Like, I'm sure they've talked about it. It's very lore heavy, but I'm trying to do it on the very small scale, and I'm sure it'll become clearer throughout the stream exactly what it is. It's kind of hard to explain. I want to look at environmental storytelling and stuff in each individual, like, cave and ruins and catacomb, various things. And I've got a big list of every one of those things in Limgrave and Weeping Peninsula, and I'm going to try and explore them as thoroughly as possible. Get lots of footage of me staring at important looking things. And I'm going to write a bunch of notes about each individual place, and then I'm going to edit down, and then I'm going to edit this footage with a voiceover talking about whatever kind of story we can work out, and maybe some cool new things we can discover. I've tried to not look at the game at all since I had this idea, so that I could go into it blind. Well, not blind, but go into it to discover new things. Now, I've had a few ideas just thinking about the stuff that gave me the idea originally, and I kind of just want to see if the stuff in the game is going to actually support that. So yeah, I know, maybe I worded it poorly, but I'm not, recording for this series. I'm just, I'll use the gameplay footage that I get from this, but anything that I say will not be in any of the videos, most likely. And yeah, so I'm going to try and get through as many of these places as possible now, do 4 or 5 hours of that, and then I'll just make I'll make shorts about each place. And when I run out of places that I've done in the stream, then we'll do another stream of it. And hopefully I can get this series to go as long as there are things to talk about in this game. And maybe other games. But yeah, so I gotta make a new game. Gotta delete one of my profiles. Which one of these have I never used? Some sorcery class with 10 minutes on it. You're out of here. I've done that a few times. Make a cool character, want to try out some cool magic or whatever, and then give up as soon as I get to like the first church. But we're not doing that today. This series isn't much about the gameplay, but I did have a little think about what weapons I want to use. You know, I just want to keep it simple and easy. So I'm just going to go hero. We'll do a strength build. And you know, call me crazy. I'm going to go a little out there, but I think my final weapon is going to be the Star Fists. Yeah, like the best weapon in the game. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Not just because they're the best weapon in the game, but also because they're very small and they won't get in the way of my footage. Because I was thinking about doing like Giant Crusher, but then I'd have to put it away whenever I'm like actually gathering information. Young or aged? I'll go aged. You gotta go aged. Lands Between Rune might be good. I'm kind of doing region locked, I think, just because I want to explore every place in my notes in order that I want to do it. So that means money's going to be pretty tight early on. But maybe I'm okay with that. And just like an extra heal would be good. Or I could try summoning. I like never summon in these games. That could continue. I'll go Golden Seed. No point in trying to worry about it. Okay, well I am a truth seeker in real life, so I gotta go that. Though the skin color's gonna have to be something wild. That's just kind of the rules. What do I want to do? I've kind of done all the main colors before. I don't want to zoom in on the vagina. I want to zoom in on the face. I've done a Squidward colored character before. I can't do that again. What's this like? Yeah, there's like maroony kind of dark red pink. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I like that, I like that. It really doesn't matter, but like I kind of want it to matter. Sure. That's nice. Where's the... Oh yeah, similar face, yeah. That's what I was looking for. Just gotta press that 100 times. Jinx, I really hate to break this to you, but She-Hulk is green. That's like her main thing. I don't like where this is going. It's getting gross already. But like, in a way I didn't like. you know what? I love massive noses. I love how huge you can make the noses on these characters, and I'm gonna do that. I know I shouldn't be wasting time, and I should just get straight into the recording stuff, but I gotta look good doing it. That's just part of it. Yeah, that's nice. And then kind of hair color. I could be like a tomato, yeah. Yeah, like a tomato. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like a tomato. Much luster. Dark roots. A little bit of white hair. I am aged after all. Shiny hair. Eyelashes as long as possible, please. Eyes? I really don't need to be worrying about this. Make them the same color as my hair. Tattoo? I want to do some bleed as well. I want to do bleed characters. So maybe I go like Mogwin. Go a Mogwin moment. Because maybe if I continue this series into the DLC as well, I'm kind of already going to be doing a build for the Mogwin Sacred Spear. So, sure, let's do that. I've always wanted to use the Mogwin Sacred Spear. Tweak, yeah. I guess like forehead, make it a bit smaller. It's kind of bumpy because of my huge, like, I don't know what that's called, but like the part that my eyebrows are on is just sticking out a lot. But yeah, I like that. Wow, you can flip it and everything. Eye patch. Nah. Nah. Just press this a little bit more. Ooh. Gross. Ooh, that's gross. Ooh. I'm making a ooh face. Yeah, okay. I like that. Nose ridge. What is that? Deep. Long. No, down. I guess that doesn't really matter. Just anything that makes it bigger. Oh, it's not wide enough. I don't look feminine enough either. Oh, oh, I like that. No, no, no. It looks like a beak. That makes it longer, but then it's not very wide. Yeah, I have a beak. I kind of don't know if I like that. I wanted a big round one. Big round nose. How do I make it less pointy? Is there a way to make it less pointy? What did that do? I just made it stick out less, okay. This game's kind of beautiful in a way. No, that's literally a beak now, because it's covering up my mouth. Oh my god, I'm Guardian. I'm Guardian from Elden Ring, Night Rain. Do I like that more now? That I straight up look like a bird? Okay, time out. Oh, I can't make my mouth go any higher. Okay, this is kind of sick now. Yeah, and then make me more feminine. It didn't really do anything. It just makes my face like a little rounder, maybe? No, it looks more female. I'll give her that. Apparent age all the way. No, go back. Oh, that like fully changes some stuff. Or is it just changing the texture and that for some reason makes the shape look slightly different? No, some of them are definitely different. I was on 5 before. Why does my nose look different? It looks... What did I do? Oh, that... I think... Wait, did making my face wider make the beak look less like a beak? I don't know, I'm thinking about this too much. I think I should stop. Pretty cool. I like her. What's her name? Jinx, what's her name? What do I call her? What do I call her? I'm gonna have a drink. I can't call her that. That's inappropriate. That's also not a full name. You've got to have first name and last name. Or like a first name, the title. I don't know if I'm going to have enough space for that, but I will try my best to get something that sort of looks like that. Well, I'll see how close I can get with just this. Oh, okay, maybe. Definitely not all of it. Okay, yeah, it runs out there, so... It's gonna have to be an F. It's gonna have to be one L. Falus. Nah, I think just Falus. Falus. And then Le. Falus Ladishus. Yeah, that's exactly how you pronounce that. Well, yeah, okay, guess I can start now. Yes. Okay, I'll watch the cutscene just so I have footage of it, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna need it. And if I do, I'll probably need the audio, and I'm not gonna want me talking over it. So I'll probably just download it anyway, but... It's a cool cutscene anyway. And like, after playing the game, it's so much cooler, because you actually know who everyone is. What? No!
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
What? Lands between what? Oh.
Queen Marika the Eternal.
Look, she's missing the left side of her hair. Okay, and you can find that in the DLC. No.
Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
What? Not Godwyn. He was cool. He was a good guy.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods,
Is that Rani the witch?
claimed the Shah.
Morgoth, stop killing Radahn. He's a good guy. Oh my goodness. Moog, put Miquella down now. Don't take him. And Rykar's got eaten by the snake. But the snake's got eggs? Oh no, Rykard had a kid with a snake.
A war from which no lord arose.
Melania? And who's that giant guy?
A war
Oh,
leading
Radahn?
by the greater will.
Hey, Godwyn got like ganked, you know? It was like 20 Black Knife assassins like cornered him in the streets of Lanedale late at night. He was probably drunk.
The call of long lost grace.
You know, I don't know what he would have been able to do in that situation anyway. I don't think Yukido got out of that situation. Chieftain of the Badlands. This is so sick. He's got Sorosh next to him as well.
The ever brilliant.
Oh my goodness, Gold Mask. Get up, dude.
Fear.
Oh my god, Fear?
Deathbed companion.
The Queen? The loathsome Dung Eater. My god, they hung him because he sucks so much. Sir Gideon Ofnir. The all-knowing. Wow. And maybe one extra person, I guess. Phallus Decius.
And one other.
I might also do, like, between every major area of the game that I complete for these videos, I might also do one where I talk about the starting classes, because they are actually, within themselves, have their own little story of what they did before this, which is very different compared to, like, Dark Souls and stuff. Dark Souls, you're just some nameless who, whatever. But all the classes in this game have a little backstory.
and become
equally meaningless to the rest of the game as what the things I'm going to be making videos about are. What do you mean, did they add the cutscene to the DLC? Oh no, they didn't add anything to the cutscene, no, it's the same. There's not even a cutscene going into the DLC, you're just like, you just press a thing and you're there. Okay, well, I'm now officially in the series, collecting, nice shots. So like the first one is going to be Chapel of Anticipation, where I am, but it's going to be more of an introductory one because you can come back here later and there's more things open and whatever. But there's lots of papers and stuff. It's Chapel of Anticipation. This is clearly a church, and then there's a finger maiden right here, and you take off her finger. So let me write down some notes. We don't know why are we here? Because obviously we traveled across the fog to get to the lands between, and I guess doing that just takes you to this random church. It's not even connected to the lands between. We're on like a little island. So, spawn in a chapel / church. There's a statue of something. It's a lady. She's reaching out, but it's not anyone I directly recognize. I think if I don't recognize anyone, then that means they don't have a name in the story, so I think it would make sense to come up with like a placeholder name, so anytime we see this statue again, I can bring that up. Statue of pointing maiden. Pointing maiden. And I will try my hardest to catch every time I see a statue of this lady. Lots of books and stuff. Most of them have been trashed. Okay. Books and stuff, mostly destroyed. There's like an upper level, but you can't get to that until we come back here. And then, yeah, Finger Maiden. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Okay, you're directly told to become Elden Lord. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever read that. Message and actually understood what it meant. Okay, and then so it kind of looks like this Finger Maiden wrote it. So dead Finger Maiden. She's a maiden of the fingers. Dead Finger Maiden maybe wrote that message. Maybe she only just died. Oh, okay, I was just thinking like she was just telling us that and then she died. So yeah, original Finger Maiden, I'd believe that. Only just died. Our previous maiden. Question mark, maybe? Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know if I can get anything else from this room. I got a lot of notes already. I don't know how long this... Like, I think when I first had this idea, I was a little worried because they made... let me get some nice shots. I was a little worried because I thought YouTube Shorts could only be 60 seconds long, and that was true for a very long time. But they recently upped it to 3 minutes, so I think I should be able to make a decent video about every little thing. Okay, but yeah, so we got this... We come out of the chapel, and we're in this... I don't really know what this is supposed to be. It's got very similar architecture to Stormvale Castle, which makes sense because that's right there. That's what that is. And as we kind of learn when we come back, there's... Because when you come back here, this door over here is... I just tried to do the Night Rain run button. In fact, let me do that again for the... Walk over, yeah. This door's unlocked. It's blocked shut by who freaking knows what. And you can go in there and there's 2 storm drake or storm bird ashes or something. So obviously Stormvale Castle related. Okay, so Stormvale Castle architecture. Is it? I don't think it is. I think this is Limgrave grass. Limgrave is kind of yellowy but more green. This is... Altus grass is really like yellowy orange. This is definitely Limgrave. Limgrave foliage. Which makes sense. It's right there. That's Limgrave. Yeah, I think just architecture and you can see Stormvale and Erd Tree, obviously. I feel like I don't need to mention that every time it's relevant, but it is. And there's these thorns as well. These thorns here. I know that there's a theory about the thorns on Stormvale Castle. I think these are the same kind of thorns, but I can't remember what that meant. Because when you generally first think of thorns like this, you're going to think of Deathblight, but I'm pretty sure they're not directly Deathblight related. These aren't Deathblight thorns. Those usually have like eyes and stuff. But I'll bring it up. There's thorns. Thorns like Stormvale. Possibly used to be connected to it. Just like maybe it was. Stop pressing the Night Rain run button. Okay, then there's like rickety stairs, classic. Yeah, very Stormvale. Clearly built by the same person. Okay, and then there's this big statue of a guy with like a crescent over his head. I recognize that statue from a lot of other places, but I can't think of any of those right now. Yeah, I don't want to go too in detail with this place because this will just be like an introductory video explaining the series and stuff. But I got to bring up the main things. Large. You really can't see that from here. Large statue of like crescent head statue, yeah. Crescent head statue. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Erd Tree related. It's definitely like in all of the Erd Tree places. Oh, I should also Should be reading item descriptions for things that I pick up. And I got that, yeah. Tarnished wizened finger. Oh yeah, I gotta write that the finger maiden gives you the finger. Right, I gotta get into practicing how to do this properly. Get tarnished wizened finger. So if it's a tarnished wizened finger and you take it from the lady, that means you're taking off her finger and she was tarnished. Taking maiden's finger. The finger maiden's finger. She was tarnished. Online play, blah blah blah. A finger of corpse wax. So emaciated, the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay, so maybe it's not her finger. It's just like a thing you hold on to. What is corpse wax, like dead body related? But it has a bone in it. Corpse wax. Let me look that up. Forms in deceased bodies under specific conditions. Gross. Okay, so it is definitely a finger, but I'd assume an old one, I guess. So maybe she didn't just die. I'll put question marks on everything. But it's made of corpse wax. Or it is corpse wax. Has corpse wax. Corpse wax. I'm pretty sure like Black Blade Kindreds or something are corpse wax. Like special corpse wax guys. Maybe all of the gargoyles are. But specifically the Black Blade Kindreds are. Okay. We got... Well, it's kind of hard to see. That could become an issue in the future. Ooh, careful. I gotta get like the binoculars or the whatever it's called, telescope in this game. Got like a bearded guy with a sword. Bearded sword statue. And is this just the same one? Yeah, but it's like headless. Times 2. One is headless. Anything up here? Hurry up! I don't really think there's many items to pick up around here. Ooh, you can see, I do believe that is the Cathedral of Manus Mir. Oh, and then, I didn't even see, super obvious, you can see Raya Lucaria. I mean, super obvious, you know. Kind of embarrassing that I recognize these shapes of things. Oh yeah, I saw that Night Rain got updated. I haven't looked at it. Hope it's something good. Makes me specifically better at the game. That's the patch note. It says that. It says my name, my full name and everything. Okay, I don't think I need to mention everything I can see unless it's relevant to the area like Stormvale. Okay, and then we got kind of a scary moment. I'm gonna have to write some things down before walking inside. Oh, I think I can go in a little bit. Because we're gonna get jumped. Statue of Marika. Statue of Marika. Classic. This is sort of a... I want to say like a fancy graveyard, like the... I'm scared to walk in. But these things kind of look like they could be fancy graves. Then there's also a bunch of swords and stuff in the ground. So I imagine every time someone tries to show up to the lands between, they come here and they probably get killed by the grafted scion. Possibly fancy gravesite. And weapons in the ground. Showing battlefield. Oh, thank you for that. Jewish tombs. I was trying to think of the word, like, not graves, but tombs is what I was thinking of. Similar to Jewish tombs. Wow, I'm so smart, and I'm so glad I have you here to tell me that. That's pretty fancy, though. Maybe I should become Jewish so I can get buried all fancy-like. Nah, I'm just kidding. Bury me in the dirt. Just the dirt, nothing else. Wet, wet dirt. Leave me in there. This grass, though, maybe not the grass, but the plants and stuff are very Altus. I gotta be honest with that. Maybe, I don't know, now I'm looking at it, now everything looks really Altusy. Did the grass color change since up here? A lot of birds. Did the lighting change, or am I stupid? Did my eyes change? Everything looks yellow now. What the hell? Am I taking like so long that the time of day has changed or something? And it's made the lighting different? Okay, wait, I'm 40 minutes into this stream. Are you serious? I didn't think I took that long. Okay, I don't know if I should mention that the grass changed. Maybe grass became yellow. And then, of course, the boss is a grafted scion. I'd love to look around. Oh, there's the... Okay, there's a mirror, like a image of the Elden Ring. Oh, hey man. That's the Elden Ring, you can see it in there. Yeah, grafted scion, so... I would say that means Godric specifically is trying his hardest to make sure no tarnished come through here. Okay, well, I'm gonna die. No! Okay, stone circle. Circle. With Elden Ring on it. Boss is grafted scion. Godric himself may have put that here to stop Tarnished from entering Lands Between.
Don't worry, Torrin. Fortune.
And then I got my ass beat. I'll never know what he dropped.
We found her here after all.
Okay, well that's all of my research for the first short done.
One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
I got killed.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
What? The Golden Order? Oh my. Am I gonna have to watch like every cutscene now? Even though I've seen all of them. I can't remember the last. I don't. Like, just my first playthrough was the only time I watched this in full. I didn't even remember that it goes on for this long. Oh, man, I love that legendary noise so much. I genuinely, that noise plays in my head anytime something cool happens. Okay, Stranded Graveyard plus Cave of Knowledge. I have included both of them in this one. Oh. So you get Flask of Crimson. Oh wait, what are they called? Yeah, Crimson Tears and Cerulean Tears. And Cerulean Tears. Right, that's the item description button. Sacred flask modeled after the golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rested a sign of grace to replenish. The one washed up on the gravesite was sure to die until the flask offered its gifts of rejuvenation to seek the Elden Ring. Right, so I guess Melina just like poured some of this in our mouth and it stopped us from being dead. And then exactly the same, but for FP. So a sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice was once graced by a tear of blessing. What could that be? I don't even know. I mean, there's that whole thing about the flask of physic, and like Marika was super into physic making and like potions and stuff. Oh my god, guys on mopeds outside my house. They're far too loud. So that's like the only thing I can go off of, because these look very similar to the physics stuff. And tears is physic related. Yeah, I'll put that physic related. Marika made those. Sure. And okay, I'm in the Stranded Graveyard. So yeah, Stranded Graveyard. Full of graves. There's an item up there which I'll go round and grab after this. What's this? Cave of Knowledge lies below. I'm on my way. Okay, so graveyard, obviously. Graveyard of people killed at the chapel, I guess. Maybe more. There's a root of the Erd tree right here, just like sticking out. Annoyingly, the only root of the Erd tree to not have a golden seed sticking out. Root of Erd tree with no seed. Lots of dead bodies. Statues of ladies with no hands. Is that on purpose? None of them have any hands. Are they the same? Yeah, I think they're the same, but they're just like flipped around. Okay. 4 handless maiden statues. Okay. Right now I'm gonna go in the Cave of Knowledge. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Okay. Okay, you drop down, more cave, more graves. Down, more graves. What are these called again? Would these be tombs as well? No, these are coffins, right? Coffins. Stone coffins. Candles and stuff. First grace. I don't think I'm gonna need any blue flasks, TBH. In fact, gonna get my build in shape already. No shield, no thank you. Okay, first enemy. He's got like a cart and like bags of stuff. Does that mean he like tried coming in here to sell things? Just like a pile of bones. Cart with bags. This guy tried to sell stuff, maybe? Well, you can't sell anything to me. I killed him. Lots of barrels and things. Maybe this was like a storage place for people. Barrels and boxes. Maybe storage. It's not exactly clear in this game. Well, why were things shaking for a second? Was that just me? It looked like they were shaking. I don't know. It's not exactly clear how, like, zombified the enemies in this game are supposed to be. Because in Dark Souls, you can go hollow. I don't think there's like an equivalent of that in this game, is there? Like you just sort of go mad, I guess. I don't think this guy was necessarily mad. I think he was just living here. Okay, then we get to a big foliage part of the cave. We go back, because there's a Godric knight shooting arrows. Large open room with foliage. Godric soldier shooting at me. Also, I kind of thought about it, and I didn't mention it. I wish I had. But like right at the start, it was like the cave there was like water where you first drop down into this cave. Meaning that it's like the lowest point of the cave, right? Because like all the water from the top section goes down, and all the water from this section drains into the middle, into that one section. Drop down. More stone coffins. Water means lowest point of cave. I know that sounds like meaningless, but that's kind of what this is about. I want to know more about how this game works. It's got rawer fruits. Are these items going to be worth talking about? Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs, material used for crafting items, easily found everywhere in the lands between. Has a wide variety of uses. Okay, grows raw fruit. Very common. Very common. Okay, we've got another Godric soldier. This guy's got a shield. Yeah, a very common theme with most... How do you kick in this game? Oh, you have to have like the Ash of War to kick, right? Oh, I do on my bare fists. Huh. I didn't even know that I had kick on my bare fists. I should really know that. More Godric soldiers. Soldier. Yeah, a very common theme with most Limgrave caves is going to be that Godric soldiers just kind of were hanging out here. They just had like a little camp. They got a camp in basically every cave. That's just how it is. Okay, we got some more basic guys. Got fires and stuff. You know, blanket with some hay on it. They were definitely living here for some reason. They even got like a dead deer or something, so they've been cooking food. Lit fire, blankets with hay, dead animal for food. They were living here. Yeah. Hey. That's not nice. Yeah. Oh. No, get your sword out. Oh, don't fall off. Dead. Godric soldier dead. Okay. Another common theme just throughout the whole game is having patches where you can see light, and there's definitely not a place there like above ground, so we can see sunlight, Definitely not visible from the surface though. These are lots of things I'm probably only going to mention once. But like, I mean, seeing sunlight can come up whenever. But like, the fact that there's definitely not a hole in the top of the ground where you can see that doesn't need to come up too much. Scrounging around in dirt. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Beep 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 beep. Oh, you get a little glimpse into another room. Hole in rocks to see boss room. More sunlight as well. Yeah, that doesn't need to be mentioned more than once. I'm writing lots of notes. I'm sure lots of this might not even make it into the video. It's just sort of just to have everything. This guy just has like more health for some reason. He hit me. I've never gotten hit before. Okay, and then there's a Stake of Marika, which for some reason, even though it's like 100% gameplay that these exist, they are in fact placed in lore-related places, or more accurately, they are not placed in places that are not lore-related, which is why there's not a single one in Farum Azula. So it is important that I mention this. Stake of Marika. And Boss Fog. Oh my goodness, who's it going to be? Soldier of Godric. In there. I instantly broke his stance with a jump attack. Okay, boss is Soldier of Godric. And he doesn't drop anything, does he? I don't think so. Excuse me if I'm mistaken, but gotta be like the only boss in the game that doesn't drop anything. I can't think of any others that don't have anything, but I guess that's what this series could be for, to find out. Yeah, okay. Didn't really pick anything up. But yeah, so bosses, Soldiers of Godric. No item drop. I mean, no rewards, I guess, because he's a boss. He's in a large open room with more water, so maybe my thing at the start was silly to mention. Yeah, like open to sunlight. I guess just a bunch of rain builds up here. Open room full of stone coffins and filling up with water from hole in ceiling. This might be a wooden coffin, I don't know, or it's just a box. And then item at the end. Strength, the emote. Do they even have item descriptions? Oh, not what I meant to do. I don't think so. And then you get strength emote. I don't think that's got any lore associated with it at all. Okay, and then annoyingly, there's one more item up there. But I cannot get it right now. I kind of just want to get it straight away, but I think I need my horse so I can use Spirit Springs. So I guess that means I'll have to go off of my route a tiny bit and grab my horse straight away. Well, I guess I got a couple more things I got to write about this place, because you go out, more coffins and stuff. I mean, this is more like, like a catacomb now. It says catacomby, not cavey. Open door. Catacomb. Architecture. More coffins. And of course, the fog wall blocked by imp statues. Blocked by imp statues. Very spooky. And finger severer and tarnished furled finger. I don't think they have any lore. I think they're also gameplay, PvP, whatever. Item for online play. Uses a host of fingers to select summoned player. Send them back to their world. Use when you have been summoned to another player's world to return to your own. This phantom blade severs the link formed by a furled finger, but maidens scorn those who abuse its use. Okay. Finger sever. Cuts off fingers, I guess. Like, in universe, that's what it does. Fingers. Finger maidens. Hate it. And creates a summon sign for cooperative multiplayer. Arrive as a cooperator furled finger with the objective of defeating the area boss of the world to which you were summoned. A finger of a corpse wax furled like a hook. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. This is the tarnished furled finger. Oh, tarnished wizened finger. Whatever. Furled finger. Same as wizened, I guess. And you get them off of a guy. You get them off of a guy. Off a burnt guy, specifically. He's all burnt up. Okay, is there anything else I kind of need to mention? I already said that it's like a catacomb, so like all these pots and stuff, is that worth bringing up? I know these pots come back in other places, so I guess I should mention, like, catacomb tombs and pots, skeleton, or like, I guess just bones everywhere. Is there anything to look at? No, okay. Ah! More of the same. Guess, like, go up a lift. More catacomb. More catacomb. And then what? Wow. You can see the Chapel of Anticipation over there, above my head. My. You can see a lot from here. It's really interesting because you can see Stormvale, Erdtree, whatever. Chapel of Anticipation, all the way over there, at the Moonlight Altar in Liurnia, and then all the way over there, past that Divine Tower, is the Forge of the Giants. And I think it's like fully deloaded, and they like specifically hide it from you on purpose. But I feel like you should be able to see Farum Azula. Like, it should just be just behind that other Divine Tower there. Oh no. I think it's behind... No, it should be behind that tiny Divine Tower right above my head there. Because that's Melania's one. Should be behind that. So maybe there's a big tree in the way. And that's why I can't see it. Okay, but yeah, and then we were also in a hero's grave, but I don't need to talk about that right now. Because that'll be for the fringe folk hero's grave. Leave to Limgrave. Okay. Now, I guess I'm going to quickly run and grab my horse so I can run back around and grab that one item. Just try to use my horse, knowing I didn't have it. I think I want to do stuff about like the smaller things, like maybe NPC interactions and churches and stuff. But they'd all have to be in like their own separate videos, so it's so hard to like plan it all out. I don't necessarily have to do them, so I shouldn't worry. But yeah, I'm gonna run, not grab anything, pretend that I'm not even doing this. It's just annoying that you can't start with your horse, but it's also like really close to the beginning anyway. Go, go, go. don't think I need to watch this, but I'll let it play anyway.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Can this cutscene play anywhere else? Because, like, what if you just miss this grace? What if you're stupid and you don't see it?
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Yeah.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Wow.
I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's
Alright. Go on.
me by grace to turn. I bequeath to you this ring.
Yeah.
Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed. Torrent has treated him with respect.
Thank you. Okay. How do I do this again? This one is Torrent. Is it that? Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, and then she makes it nighttime for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna ride through, I'm doing gate fronts separately. I'll grab the map now. Just because I feel like it's important. But I'm doing gate front for its own video, so can't think about it right now. Now I've got to try and visualize how I get to that one. Oh no, okay. I think it's this beach, so quite the bit of a ride. I'll go around this way because I never go this way. Or maybe I'll see something worth making a video about. Oh, but could run into that dastardly tree sentinel. Okay. I kind of love that the bats like scream and sing and stuff. Maybe they were human once. Oh my god. Yeah, these ruins as well, they're like... There's lots of lore there that we don't really understand. How do we get down here? How do I get down here? Is there not a spirit spring or something? That would surely kill me. Okay, well there's that, but that's to the wrong beach. Ugh. Stuff like this little beach here make me so worried that I've missed so much in this game. Because, like, I've gotten most items. I've beaten every boss and I've done every cave. But mean, of course I've been here before and I've gotten the item that's down here. But it took me so long to even find it. Ah, there's one. Like, is there any others just like weird corners in the map? Kind of just have nothing in them. I mean, I haven't got all the Ashes of War, so that's like the one thing I'm missing. And yeah, there's like an Alabaster Lord just hanging out. I guess I should do this. Sort of related. There's an Alabaster Lord just here. Okay, I don't want to die to this guy. Oh right, this guy's like poiseless Pete, right? I just... Okay, he's got poise, but... I can still just do that. Oh no, you do... Okay, well yeah, you get an Ash of War. Which I don't freaking know anything about. So where's this cave anyway? Oh, it's very dark. Yeah, Hallig Drake Talisman. So if I check that out. Boost holy damage negation. Talisman depicting a golden ancient dragon. Boosts holy damage negation. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erdtree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it is that shape of the dragon that has become symbolic of all manners of protection. Yeah, this is something I was kind of thinking about before doing this. Is that all of these talismans have dragons on them, and I was like, are they made of dragons? Was my main theory. And it seems like, I guess it's just a symbol. Like this isn't actually made of dragon scales or anything, even though that would be sick. Because it looks like a dragon scale, but I think it's also just, it looks like a shield. From Limgrave Beach, you get Hallig Drake Talisman. Mentions ancient dragons ruling before Erdtree. Dragons are a symbol of, what was it? All manners of protection. Because the ancient dragons would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. Protected their lord, who must have been Placidusax. Must have been Placidusax. Okay, well, that's the stranded graveyard. Okay, I can now resume what I was doing.
This way, Tarnished.
Oh yeah, this lady's here.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral.
She calls herself Renna, despite the fact
Looking into the matter, the talk
I don't think
I
she is.
surmise of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth the spectral steed named Torrent.
Yeah, I got the spectral steed. What
As I had
about it?
hoped, I was entrusted this for thee.
Mikola? Oh, you know what? Okay, now I kind of want to do a video on its own about Church of Elleh. Because now I got a couple things I want to say. Church of Elleh, hell yeah. Because, okay, so she gives you something from Torrent's former master, which we know. Well, I guess also it was Melena's, but he was also Mikola's at some point. So we get the spirit calling bell and the lone wolves. And I don't know if it's ever been confirmed or if we know for sure, but in Malekith's boss room, there's that statue of like a little boy person, surrounded by 3 wolves. Is that what this is supposed to mean? So, which Renna? Who's actually Rani? Sorry, who's actually Rani? Gives spirit calling bell and lone wolf ashes as a gift from Torrent's former master. Either Melina or more likely Mikola. I'll read those item descriptions.
Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly. As they recall battles past, now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers?
True. Ah! She disappeared. Okay, right, so if I'm going to continue Church of Elleh. Is there any mention of an Elleh anywhere else? Okay, first, let me do the stuff I'm doing. 1, put on the Haligdrake talisman just for fun. Puts my holy resistance at 29, right out of the gate. A bell capable of summoning various spirits from Ashen Remains. It usually requires FP to use. Usually. Spirits can only be summoned in the vicinity of a rebirth monument. When summoning is possible, the monument icon will be visible on the left side of the screen. Only one type of spirit may be summoned at once, and none may be summoned during multiplayer. Wow. Okay, so that's not very lore heavy, really. Ashen Remains, in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirits of 3 lone wolves. Spirits of wolves chased from their pack. They later encountered a nameless Tarnished who welcomed them as hunting companions. The wolf spirits overwhelm enemies with their agility, aiding summoner in combat. Okay, so the ashes aren't Mikola's, but I feel like they might represent something about that one statue. Wolves may represent that statue of maybe Mikola and 3 wolves in Malekith's boss room. Maybe. It's all speculation. Okay, it's pouring with rain, and I'm going to put that part at the end of this, whatever video this one's going to be from. So I should really make it daytime again, so it looks like I came here in the right order. Pastime. Because yeah, I'm coming here for the first time. Alright, let me go stand out the front. Gotta watch out for tree sentinel. I should probably also talk about the tree sentinel in this video. So I guess I gotta come back for that one. That could be an issue actually. Maybe I hold off on Church of Elleh video for a while. Depends on if I manage to do tree sentinel in this stream. Okay, so there's a smithing stone 1 on smithing table. Smithing stone 1 on smithing table. A communal table left in the church for anyone to use after church was abandoned. Because this is clearly abandoned. There's no seats. There's no nothing. Of course, there's Carly.
Tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
Merchant Carly, sorry. Didn't know that was your first name. Merchant Carly. Selling... Oh, he sells that? Didn't I just kill a guy for it? Oh no, this is sell. I'm stupid. Okay, I'm gonna buy a telescope. He sells various cookbooks. I don't know if there'll be too much lore to get from these items. Maybe that'll be something that I'm just missing out on, and I'll have to live with that. I'll get the torch as well. Gotta think about what's gonna be best visually for people watching. Can I sell something so I can have the crafting kit as well? How much do I need? It's 300. Golden rune 1, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think I'll use the crafting kit very much. Usually just for pickles. Merchant Carle sells pretty normal stuff. Basic armor and shield. Basic chain and leather armor and shields. How do you spell shield? What the hell? Shield. He's got throwing daggers. I was going to say he's got no weapons. Maybe that means he's like pacifist, but he's got throwing daggers. And and arrows, yeah. Can I see what this gives me? Holy water pot. Cured meats. Bone arrows. Okay. crafting for holy water pots. I'll call them recipes, you know. Makes them sound more real. Recipe for holy water pots, cured meat. Or invigorizing cured meat. Is that like stamina boosting or something? Invigorizing cured meat and bone arrows. Yeah, about all I can get from that.
Selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by
From a
since the shattering of the Elden
nomadic
It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely.
Of merchants.
Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
He had a cut quest to do with the frenzied flame. Very sad. I would have loved to do it. That's all he's got to say.
Nice to do business.
He's a simple man. I'll equip the torch, I guess. Just so things can look nice. What else did I buy from him again? Telescope, yeah. I guess that can go in... what am I going to put here? That physic... I guess I could do like the lantern and the telescope. Oh, okay, I gotta learn how to use this thing. There's no controls for it. Is it like a zoom? No. No. Can you do anything with it, or is it just that? Just get some nice shots, I guess. Okay, I guess. Right, and then last thing I want to do... I should do this on the computer, really. Go on the wiki, just search up Elleh. See if there's anything to do with an Elleh. Elden Ring Wiki. Oh my god, this sucks so much. What? Can I see the search bar? It's not like showing me what I've searched. So just... There we go. Yeah, Church of Elleh, Merchant Carle, the Church of Marika. I don't think that would be super useful. Giant seal. Why would that come up? Ooh. Sort of just skimming it. Can't see any Ellehs. I doubt it's gonna come up. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Oh, hey, Deadshot. I would love a cookie right now, actually. I'm so hungry. I tried to rub my big round belly and smack the mic. Why did I say that? I can have two links to the same thing. It just shows how important it is. Okay, I guess in this same video I also should probably talk about the tree sentinel, but I can't kill that guy right now. So maybe this video can wait a little bit. Jinx, I know you could kill that guy. I don't know if I could. I'll give it one go. Maybe one or two goes. Could try and cheese it with the horse. Nope, because then I get stuck and I can't move. Okay, what's my damage? Okay, not terrible. Not as bad as I expected. Yeah, I don't know about this. Let me get a couple levels in me first. Ow. Okay, you know, maybe I'll do a couple more attempts, actually. Yeah, if I don't fumble right at the start, this could be alright. Manny did not kill Obama. Can we not spread misinformation? Look, I'm not saying a tree sentinel is difficult. I'm saying the tree sentinel right at the beginning of the game when you're level 1 is kinda tricky. Just because you get like 2 shots and you do no damage. Oh, I smacked him in the head and it didn't even do any extra damage. I like that the horse is a unicorn. That was embarrassing. I pressed roll. Okay, I fumbled that. Manny did not kill Obama. He didn't do that. He wanted to for a long time, but he never did it. I don't mind grinding this out, I guess. That's really not what this series is meant to be about, though. I would like to go into the Groveside Cave, really. I do take less holy damage, by the way, because I have that talisman. Oh, that hit me. I don't know if this guy does holy damage. He looks like he does. Okay, well now he does like 10% less of that holy damage. 10% less of 2 damage. I'm going to assume that that's going to round back up to 2, so... Whoa, nice. Ow. I'd like to be able to see the screen. What the hell? How about that one? Please. Am I so good at the start of the fight and then I'm terrible at the rest of it? It's just damage, you know? It just does damage. Doesn't matter what kind it is, it still hurts. Please roll when I press roll. That was silly. Stop being on the rocks. That killed me? That killed me. Okay, that kills you, I guess. I'm missing Dark Souls, you know, when you did like 10% of the health bar in a hit. Like, that game's easy, but it was fun because it was easy. And it was fun that it was hard the first time, and then it became easier every time. To the point that the game's like a joke compared to this game now. What? I pressed attack, and I just jumped over the guy. Nice whiff. Don't know why I tried to do that. Timing on that one's super weird. That's also very weird, okay. The shield attacks are weird. I don't even really need to kill this guy, you know? I can just say in the video, like, there's a boss outside the tree sentinel. He has a halberd. Because, like, yeah, he's with the Golden Order. He's bright gold. I pressed roll. Get the stagger, man. I'm hitting him so many times. What is the hitbox on that attack? There's like, it like hits way after it actually hits the ground. Thank you for calling my audiobooks peak. Yeah, I can see there's a shockwave, but it's super weird to dodge. I guess I gotta be going out of that, but I love dodging in. And this guy's like stupid as well. Like, how does he not see me when I'm just stood right behind him? Nice. Playing aggressive is working. Yeah, dodge away from that. And also just don't be close to him when he does it. Oh, that worked, I guess. Oh, come on. I wasn't panic rolling, I tried to get out of the way. It was because I was just thinking, wow, I've done like half his health hitless, and then I instantly get hit, and then get hit again. Remember, I was pressured into this, and I didn't want to do it. I love spamming roll and then just standing there as the guy hits me in the head. Yep, okay. That attack. gotta admit, this guy isn't hard. I'm just not very good. Gotta get back my 184 runes every time. Not what I thought was gonna happen, and then I die. Good luck on that, Jinx. I hope you win. I don't think horses can move sideways like that in real life. If they can, that's very cool. Yeah, I like when he doesn't just like immediately run away the first time I hit him, so I can actually get some more hits on. Stop jumping with the horse. Stop doing that. How am I able to do it hitless for so long and then I just make one mistake and that just like ruins it for me and I forget how to play? Yep, stamina, great. It like buffers my rolls sometimes, which is fun. Ooh. How did that miss? I think I like pushed the horse's head to the side with my axe and that meant I did no damage. Now I'm thrown off. What? really be trying to hit twice there. But I always like forget what's happening until I'm only having the time to get in one hit. I press dodge. Please, just dodge. That's what I wanted. Oh my god. Stop doing that. Oh. Almost rolled away from that. Oh my goodness, oh. There we go, was that worth it? 3,200 souls. Okay. Cool, I guess. Oh, that might be something worth mentioning as well. It's got like a Marika-like thing in front of it. I don't know. Okay, well, that was super lame. And I hate how susceptible I am to peer pressure. But I got enough for some levels, so... I'll just go into health, I guess. I know what weapons I want to use, but because I'm going to each place in a set order, it'll take me a minute to get there. I'll be honest, I really expected to get a lot more done, but I didn't quite imagine how long taking down notes for each place would take. Like, I'm happy to go for another hour or two. But if I'm only at Church of Elleh by 2 hours, this whole series might take a while. Okay, so... boss outside is Tree Sentinel. Reward was, what is it called? Golden Halberd. Yeah, Golden Halberd. Weighty halberd forged of gold, wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights, deals holy damage. A masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. Golden Vow, skill passed down from antiquary among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledged to honor the Erdtree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. Okay, pretty much they work for the Erdtree. It's got a little unicorn horn on the top. What are the stats on that? 30 strength, 12 faith. Who has 12 faith in this economy? Fine, I didn't want to use it anyway, but it's just good to have. So, there's a Order of Tree Sentinels, So, member of the Order of Tree Sentinels. From the capital, Leendel. And like, I guess the spell they use is attached to the weapon. Like, I don't really understand how Ashes of War are supposed to work in, like, the lore. Because it's like, surely you can do all of these things with, like, any weapon if you tried hard enough. But for gameplay reasons, you can only have one on every weapon at a time. So, even though the skill is Golden Vow, it seems like the knights are just using the spell Golden Vow. They just do Golden Vow. And then when you get the halberd, you learn that spell as well. Like, maybe it's carved on the side of the halberd. I don't know. Could be fun. They use the spell Golden Vow to honor the Erd Tree. The Erd Tree in battle. Maybe spell is carved on the handle. Just a cute little idea, I don't know. No one has to take these videos seriously, I just want people to watch them. And I guess also right at the start I mentioned the crucified woman out the front, clearly mimicking Marika. Just gonna mention that, I guess. Okay, that took far too long and was something I didn't really want to do. But yeah, okay, guess I'm on to the next place, which is Groveside Cave. This was actually the place that gave me the idea to do this. Groveside Cave. Can't remember if I was playing or I was watching someone else play, but I was like looking at the stuff in Groveside Cave, and I was like, it's kind of telling a little story. Because, I mean, that beast man is not meant to be here. I know that. And I mean, this area is surrounded by ruins that are hinted at being from Farum Azula, just falling from the sky. So it would make a lot of sense for this beastman to have fallen from the sky as well, but we're getting to that. I believe this is it right here. So yeah, it's got Godric soldiers hanging out the front. That's the first thing that I gotta mention. Godric soldiers outside the cave. There's a fire lit out the front. What is it? Groveside. What is that supposed to mean? Because like a grove, it's like a garden-y type thing, right? Like, or maybe like a natural, like, garden environment. You know, Like if you're walking through the woods and you suddenly find like this huge luscious area with like a waterfall, I'd probably call that a grove. Also, one of these, I don't think it's worth mentioning them, but I'll read what it says. Maybe it's important. Yeah, cooperation. I see cooperation in like every line. It's like there's no point in bringing that up. They got no lore significance. Okay, pretty average cave so far. I wouldn't call it grove yet. Okay, and then we get to this big room. Big room full of wolves. Okay. But also there's a barrel. Some moss. Cave moss only got any lore? Fundamental ingredient for medicinal boluses. Yeah, cave moss grows in caves. I got that. Yeah, there's the first hint at the story of this cave. Dead Godric soldier in a room full of wolves. Clearly a camp already set up. Did the wolves make this camp? God, don't die to wolves. I just killed the tree sentinel. What we got here? Cracked pot. I don't think they got any lore. They can just show up in certain places. But it's another idea, another dead guy with an item wolves would not have. Big room full of wolves. No, campsite full of wolves. Campsite full of wolves. I would say recently, whatever happened here happened recently because the fire is still lit. Fire still lit. Dead Godric soldiers all around. There's another one here. Okay, I don't want to miss anything. Oh, more wolves, oh no. Oh, he got here quick. Glowstone from Minecraft. Polished rune fragment that shines brighter than... Okay, rude. Not when I'm reading. Polished rune fragment that shines brighter than rainbow stone. Craftable item. Emits light from the location it is placed, illuminating surroundings. However, the effect is short-lived. It lacks the diverse colors of rainbow stones. May serve some benefit in dark places or at night. Okay, so ruin fragments are pieces of Farum Azula. Glowstone on a body. And because it's polished, I guess that means this guy got this ruin fragment and was just playing around with it. Polished ruin fragment suggests a piece of Farum Azula that fell was taken by this guy and polished, maybe for fun. They're living in a freaking wet cave. I assume just looking for tarnished that they can kill, or I guess kidnap for Godric. Silver fireflies. material used in crafting items. Firefly. Near bodies of water, untouched by sunlight. That's odd. Silver light is considered to invite riches. But that's not true. Because silver fireflies are used to make silver pickles, which give you more item drops. But golden fireflies give you golden pickles that give you more money. Maybe a mistake. It's understandable because in Dark Souls, silver means more money and gold means more item drops. Oh, also, I remember thinking I got a smithing stone from Church of Elleh. And I know the different kinds of smithing stones have different item descriptions. Smithing stone is found throughout lands between and missing gallery and mining galleries built to excavate it can be found everywhere. Okay, bad example. Clearly a very common thing, but I will write it down. Smithing ones are very common and mined all over the lands between. But I know some other ones are much more interesting and explain why you only find like 7s and 8s in like the mountaintops and stuff, but that's later in the series. We'll discuss that. You're not ready for that stuff yet. Okay, how do I get back up here? Because I fell down. I fell through a cave on Mount Ebot. You know how it goes. Okay, more dead Godric soldiers everywhere. Ooh. Bones. Lots and lots of bones leading up to the boss room. Lots of bones leading up to boss room. I wonder why. Because we go inside. And it's Beastman of Farum Azula. What are you doing here? Ow. Oh, I gotta heal. Not just any Beastman of Farum Azula. It's one of the big ones. But he ain't too big. Usually roars do damage. Yeah, that's what I know I'm locked onto a guy. Too loud outside. Okay. Boss is Beastman of Farum Azula. Reward is Flame Drake Talisman. Now that's interesting because we know from the Halig Drake Talisman we already have that the symbol of the dragon is these have exactly the same item descriptions. It's a symbol. The symbol of the dragon represents all manners of protection because of the way that the ancient dragons protected Placidusax when they needed it. You can't really tell. It's much more clearly a dragon in this one, in the Halig Drake Talisman, and on Flame Drake it's sort of blurring together a little bit. Makes sense. It does seem to be on fire. But yeah. Flame Drake has connections to Farum Azula, as mentioned previously. And that makes sense. That makes sense because the Beastman had it. And I don't know if this is true, but I like to believe that that Beastman would have had much higher fire resistance than your average Beastman because he had that talisman on him. I know there's other enemies in the game that have the talisman effects on them, which is cool. Like Moog has the Lord of Blood's exaltation because he gets stronger if there's bleed around him, and Crucible Knights have one of the Crucible, maybe all of them, but specifically I know they have that Crucible talisman that makes you take less damage from what are they called? Like critical hits, ripostes. Yeah. They take less damage from ripostes, and that's why when you parry them or they get stance broken, the crit does like kind of less than you would expect because they have that talisman effect. Yeah, look, this guy was just sat at this fire. Beastman comes rushing in with a bunch of wolves, killing everyone, and then just hanging out here. Yeah, boss room, another large campsite with a tent and more fires. It looks like Beastman fell from Farum Azula with the ruin fragments and went to hide in this Groveside Cave, and killed the Godric soldiers living here. And befriended local wolves because they're both beasts. Because they are all beasts. And that sounds kind of silly, but this game is pretty silly, and I feel like we got to embrace that when coming up with these narratives for these caves. Like, yeah, beast guy, of course he's going to be friends with wolves. They're beasts. He doesn't have any beast people to talk to. Nearest ones are over in Dragon Barrow, and no health Beastman over here doesn't look like he could handle that place. But yeah, that looks like everything I'm gonna get from here. So I'll be on my way. Be on my way to the next place. Where have we got next? Stormfoot Catacombs. That's just nearby, I believe. Can I level up? I don't think I can with this. Oh, can get one, okay. Try and get to 20 health, you know. Last thing I want is an embarrassing death. Okay, I think Stormfoot Catacombs are like here. Is it Stormfoot? Yeah. Also, actually, let me look up what Groveside means, because now I think about it, it's like right next to this patch of water. And I mentioned in my guess of what a grove would be, like it would be near water. What's a grove? What's a grove? Small wood or other group of trees. Okay, never mind. It just means that it's next to these trees. was it? I lost the cave. Right, yeah, it's just next to some trees. I'll mention that. I'll put it in. Groveside means it's beside some trees. I'll make it sound nicer in that video. I'll make it sound a little bit more professional. Oh yeah, I have my horse. I was kind of thinking about, like, before I had this idea to do this, I was thinking about doing like a super casual playthrough of this game, where I basically, you know, go into all the caves, do like a rough region locking thing, so I don't get too overpowered or anything, and do it like without the horse, so I have to like learn how to find everything, or like I have to learn the land a little bit better. And it would, I don't know if it would be fun, but it was an idea that I had. Gross. I guess I should mention this because this is pointing towards Stormfoot Catacombs. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. Old hunched statue. Guides you to catacombs to help, I guess, like lost souls, maybe, like in, so sorry, struggling how to spell souls. Souls. I think that's right, but that looks so wrong. S-O-A-L-S. Souls, is that right? You think about lots of cultures, there's lots of stuff about like helping, you frick, it's you. I'm so stupid. I need to play Dark Souls again. Right, yeah, that looks a lot better. Lots of cultures, there's stuff about like helping guide lost spirits to find their resting place. Resting place, the roots of the Erd tree. So that's kind of fun. Pickle. No. Gotta give me the foot so I can make pickles. Get a nice shot of the ocean. Where's that light coming from? It's like a straight line, like you'd expect the sun to be there. But there's no sun. There's only a tree. Oh, it's like proper pointing a laser. Like, yeah, I got where you were pointing. I'm going there right now. Wow, this game's like really... This is really beautiful. This game saved my life. Really? I mean, I wasn't really looking at the screen, so maybe I was super far off, but that didn't feel right. Missing. I feel like catacombs aren't going to have too much to talk about compared to caves. Because they're just like... Yeah, whatever. Oh wow, my marker was super close. It's just like, yeah, that's where dead people are. I don't know. There's imps and stuff, because that's what they put in catacombs. Oh my goodness, the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct is in, what, like 30 minutes or something? Or it's happening right now? I don't know. I'm not too bothered. I'm not getting a Switch 2 for at least, like, I don't know, when's Christmas? Somewhere between Christmas and my birthday. I'll get one then, maybe. Depends when Duskbloods comes out. But once I have it, I will be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. And maybe I'll have a capture card by then and I could stream it. Okay, so... Catacombs at the foot of Storm Hill. That's the name. Stormfoot Catacombs. What you got to say? Proper death means returning to the Erd Tree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. Okay. Ghost tells that... What does he say? Proper death. Tells that a proper death means returning to the Erd Tree. To the Erd Tree. You need patience. As if it's taking a long time to die properly. Which makes sense because with all of this crazy stuff like destined death and, well, I guess like not destined death, like everything that isn't destined death, the Erd Tree is losing its power. So returning to the roots just like isn't working the way it's supposed to anymore. Goddamn imps. Literally my least favorite enemy ever. Like, why do they also have to have blood loss? And then they got range, they got blood loss, there's like 50 of them whenever you're trying to do anything. They're really small and hard to hit, but way too fast. That was my first death as well, because I didn't die 5 to 10 times to the tree sentinel before killing it. Stop doing the night rain run button, please. Root resin. Resin secreted from the roots of the great tree can be found near trees on the surface, material used in crafting items. The roots of the great tree were once linked to those of the Erd Tree. Oh. Or so they say, and it is for this reason catacombs are built around great tree roots. Roots of the great tree were once linked to those of the Erd Tree. So the great tree is a separate thing. I've definitely heard the term great tree. I didn't really understand it's like a whole separate thing. Root resin. What was it? Yeah, found on some wizardy looking guy, I guess. I don't know if that's important. Root resin found on body, said to be secreted from the roots of the great tree. Different from the Erd Tree, but they were once linked. Cool, I guess. And that's just here, for some reason. Oh, well, I guess catacombs are built around roots of the Erd Tree, I should say that as well. Catacombs are built around roots of the great tree. I gotta watch more lore videos about stuff like this. Like the great tree and stuff. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I'm sure I've got like some kind of idea. Grave Glovewort 1. White flower that blooms in catacombs, each a soundless bell that used to summon spirits. Strengthen ashes to +1. The art of strengthening ashes is known as spirit tuning. Only a spirit tuner may perform this deed. Okay. Grave Glovewort 1. Used for spirit tuning. Yeah. This could also be like a nice item guide, you know? Like, if you ever play an Elden Ring, and you're like, damn, I got everything in the world except for a Grave Glovewort 1. What catacombs have that? I know a perfect video series that might have that mentioned. Of course. Of course it's mentioned. I mentioned it. Grave Glovewort 1 is in here. You died? Don't die. Be alive. I want you to be alive, Jinx. Okay, so I've got these skeleton-y statues. Honestly, I'm getting Tibia Mariner vibes. I don't know if I'm crazy for thinking that. But I'm getting big Tibia Mariner vibes. I should write that down. Also, yeah, large door with either the Great Tree or the Erd Tree on it. Like, if they've both been mentioned being links to catacombs, it could be both. It's sort of got this, like it looks like, you know, leaves and stuff is at the top and then roots at the bottom. But maybe it's like Erd Tree at the top, Great Tree at the bottom, and they're like connected. Because that's what that item description said. I don't know, I'll write that down. Door to boss locked. Has a image of either Erd Tree or the Great Tree. Or possibly both shown linked. And then let me see a little bit better. What are they holding? Some staff with like... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna look like such a nerd for knowing this. But right on the front of that like weird circly bumpy thing that they're holding on the top of their staff, you can just barely make out like a cross image in the center of the circly part. And I know Tibia Mariners have just like a bunch of those on the back of their chair. So yeah, I'm saying definitely Tibia Mariner related. Two skeletal statues with lanterns. Maybe lanterns? I don't know what you really call that kind of thing. Like a sensor? Or just with lights and staves. They look a lot like Tibia Mariners, and even have the same cross symbol on the front of their staffs that Tibia Mariners have on their chairs. Just gotta mention it, you know, just gotta bring it up. Got lots of bones everywhere. Doesn't feel like I need to bring that up. It's a catacomb. Grave glove at 1. Grave violet. Oh, hello. I was hoping you were going to stay up there. Stop walking backwards, I hate these guys. Okay, grave violet. Purple flower that blooms in graveyards. Material used for crafting items. The hue of ghost flame is believed to be useful in calling forth spirits. Why is it mentioning ghost flame? Do they have that in them? There's sort of like a smoky blue hue coming off of the flower, I guess. Is that ghost flame? I'll mention it, I guess. Grave violet. Have a hue of ghost flame, I guess. I only got to mention it once and then whatever, don't have to bring it up again. Ah. There's a large flame spewing trap, clearly used to stop like grave robbers and stuff. Grave robbers. Like the Egyptian pyramids. They did that. Did the Egyptian pyramids exist in the Elden Ring universe? Are they currently existing? These are the questions we have to ask to truly understand the lore. Very nice. Prattling Pate, hello. Why did I say Pate twice? Twisted clay sculpture in the shape of a human head emits the voice that says hello. Wistful fetish that imparts voices and words on an eternal journey. I don't think Prattling Pates really have any lore. Like it was going to say like it's made of clay, but if it was going to say who made him, I feel like they would give a hint on that. I'll only bring it up if I feel like there's something to come from it. If we find another Prattling Pate and it has lore on it. But yeah, whatever. Boring. Is there anything up here? No. One thing I'm worried about is like missing stuff. Oh, I did not see that. Should really look up maps of each of these dungeons just to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, I know a trap when I see one, guys. Good attempt, though. Well, there's even one there. And one there. There's... How many? 5? Is that not too many, maybe? Okay, they are kind of chill right now. Because they don't... I think they want me to get that item and they don't know what to do if I'm not going straight for it. Kill the guy. There we go. Smoldering butterfly. an eternally burning butterfly found near wildfires and elsewhere. Material used for crafting. Okay. I know smouldering butterflies, a lot of people think it's some kind of metaphor for Melina. Because, like, there's like a different butterfly for all of the children of Radagon America. And this is like a big piece of proof at the idea that Melina is one of them. Because then even when they added another child of Radagon America being Mesmer, they didn't just say that this one was him, because they added another kind of butterfly that was on fire. So it's like, kind of feels like that's what they're saying. Smoldering butterfly on a body. Some say represent Melina as a child of Marika and Radagon. Many of this is not going to end up being in the video. There's so many notes here. It's like I might have to spread out items or just not bring up most of them. But it's important to have. Ghost Glovewood one. That's different, right? Yeah. White flower that blooms in catacombs. Spirit nestles close to it. Ashes which keep their renown even after death cannot be strengthened by merely corporeal glovewort. Wow. Ghost Glovewort. 1 for renowned. I kind of like just got it actually. When they say renowned, it's like all of I already noticed that all the renowned ones have like names and stuff. But I guess it's like it literally means like if you are famous enough to be remembered, you are too strong to be upgraded with just a regular grave glovewort. That makes sense, I get it. Renowned. I wish I knew how to spell, even when I'm staring at the word. My TV's very far away though, you can't blame me for not seeing tiny words. For renowned spirits. Okay. Just gotta check there's not anything up here, right? No. Okay. Gotta go up the ladder. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah. You can't trick me. Not more than once. The grave glovewort. Very nice. Okay, I think the lever's down there, but I have to explore a little bit more. Oh. Can we not do this again, guys? Stop! Stop! Oh. Smithing stone 1. Very nice, I guess. I have a weapon in mind that I want to use, but I'm not going to be able to get it until I'm kind of done with main Limgrave. So I'm going to try not to... Too loud outside, actually. I don't know why people gotta be so loud outside when they're driving their cars. I don't know if that's picking up on the mic, but it's so loud for me. What's this? Grave Glovewood. Yeah, so I gotta try and not use too many of my smithing stones that I get, so I can save them for those weapons. Because I'll have bell bearings eventually, but first bell bearing is not till Liurnia, and I got the whole of the Weeping Peninsula to get through before that. Okay, but Wandering Noble Ashes, actually something specific to this catacomb I can talk about. Wandering Noble Ashes. It would be kind of nicer if there was like a group of bodies in here to suggest that these are the ghosts of those guys, because that's what the ashes are. They're ghosts, if you didn't know. Wandering Noble Ashes. What's the item description? Tell me about those guys. Ashen remains, which spirits yet dwell. Spirit 5 Wandering Nobles. The spirits of nobles who after death now wander the lands between. Surely they were in search of something once, but whatever it was has long been forgotten. Wandering Noble Ashes. Group of 5 nobles in search for something long forgotten. Unfortunately, died and were buried or died inside the Stormfoot Catacombs. Because, like, they're found on this guy's body, which kind of gives the impression he came down here and then died here. It's not, like, found in a grave or anything, so it's hard to tell whether they were buried here or not. So I'll say both. Yeah, just a couple of guys. A couple of buddies hanging out. They all died together. Not in a gay way. Yeah, bro, let's die together, they say. A heavy door. Ah! What the hell? I hate imps so much. Okay, I got 1885 runes from this place. Let's see how much the boss is going to give me. Because I would imagine it's not going to be very much. Okay. I haven't really been looking around too much like I did in other places, but there's not much of a story you can get from a place where it's like everybody who's dead here, they died. They're just dead people. It's not interesting, really. The Spirit Ashes is nice. I'm glad that I know that. That's one of the good things. This isn't one with extra guys, right? No. Just a Tree Burial Watchdog. And I hate these guys. Timing feels so weird because they're like robots. Yeah, and it's like, how is it able to turn that quickly? Oh, it just follows you? Cool. No, that's cool. No, dude, that's so cool that you can do that. Yeah. Not the guy to Wild Strikes, unfortunately. Oh, I should really... Flame Drape Talisman, yeah. Noble Sorcerer ashes. Okay, boss is Erd Tree Burial Watchdog. Reward Noble Sorcerer ashes. Watchdog is... I didn't talk about any of the enemies because they've all been freaking imps. I guess I'll mention that now. Watchdog is like a robot, like a magic. It's like a golem, I guess. It's like a golem of stone, sort of robot-like. As well as the imp enemies in the area. Likely specifically made to defend the dead in catacombs, and yeah, just defend the dead in the catacombs. Noble Sorcerer. Spirit of a single noble sorcerer. Spirit of a nobleman who once asked to be given a place at Raya Lucaria to learn glintstone sorceries. His talents were insufficient to be worthy of donning the stone crown, however, and he is only capable of using the most rudimentary of sorceries. Okay, that's kind of fun. He's just a failed wizard. Noble Sorcerer was a failed student of Raya Lucaria. He was not worthy of the stone. Oh, like helmets, because they're not really crowns. Stone helmets the wizards there wear, and is only knows rudimentary sorceries. Can I summon him now? I don't think I can, because I'd like to see what thing he can use. Where's my bell? Oh no, you don't. The bell isn't like an item, right? No, can't summon him. Is there a place where you can just like summon ashes, like no problem? Or does it always have to be in a... I don't know. Okay, well I should look around here because these are roots of either Great Tree or Erd Tree again. Boss... Oh, my leg is freaking out. Boss room has dead bodies melding with the roots of the Erd Tree and / or the Great Tree. Yeah. That's all I can get out of this place. I mean, I got quite a bit, to be fair, but it's mostly because it's the first catacomb. I'll have to repeat less of that as I continue. Maybe I'll just do one more Yeah, because the next one's Coastal Cave, which is quite nearby, and then after that it's High Road Cave for some reason, which is like kind of opposite end of Limgrave. I got kind of I have a route, but it's kind of an odd route, mostly because all of the places I want to go are like very oddly spaced out. It's like it made sense to go, you know, do here, go up, do this, go down here, but then where do you go once you're here? Storm Hill it feels like it's a slightly harder area than main Limgrave, so it felt like I should go to the next thing, is sort of Limgravey. What do I do after High Road Cave? Yeah, but then we start going down the river, and then do the stuff in the lake. Then we go to the Mistwood, do Fort Height and stuff, and then we start doing Storm Hill. We start at the Summerwater Village, and then go across. And then we come back to here, and we go down, do the two things that are here, into Weeping Peninsula. How many streams is this going to take? Maybe I should try and do 2 more. I don't know. This could take just a long time. I really hoped I would get like all of main Limgrave done in one stream, and then I just have a ton of shorts I could make over the next couple of weeks. How many have I got so far, actually? It's very hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's not terrible. Then another 6th one. That's not terrible. Could just see, because that, like, I just post 6 couple, like a day or so apart from each other. See how they do. I mean, getting the 7th one, that'll be like a week, but that assumes that I make them daily, and I don't know if I can do that. Okay, but anyway, we're going to Coastal Cave, which is beach somewhere. Because, like, the map is a little bit confusing. Because that section is clearly not beach, but it's the same color as the sand. I'll just head down there. It should be kind of obvious. Gotta be honest, Coastal Cave is one of my favorites. Like, favorite early game caves. I think the demi-human chief duo in there was like the first boss I like tried to grind out in this game, and it was really fun. Heard many people have similar situations with like the Erdtree Burial Watchdog that we just did. But no, I went straight to Coastal Cave. I don't know why. Just like, got my horse? Well, that means I have to jump down the Spirit Spring. I mean, I don't know if I have my horse yet. I can't really remember how much of this game I knew. Oh, there's a follow-up to that. Interesting. Ew, I'm here. That's embarrassing. Gonna die to the troll. They're so easy. In fact, oh, I don't know how much money I had on me. I'll go get that. But then I'm gonna warp to the first step, Grace, and go down the other way, because there's a pickle that takes you to the beach anyway. What the hell? Yeah, lost where my notes are. Coastal Cave 1 is going to include that island over there,
because I don't know if there's too much to say about it other than it's the Dragon Communion Church. There's a big one later. Oh my god, hit the guy. Stop. Frick. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a stagger? I thought he was gonna like immediately fall down again. I gotta remember I got Wild Strikes, because it's really good. Oh, I don't know why I was expecting an item from that. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over here and go down from the other end so I can get the pickle. Because pickles are good. I mean, they're not good for, like, most of the bosses I'll be killing for most of this series. But, like, when I get to, like, Radahn or something, then I can use a pickle there. Get to Radahn in, like, 50 years. There it is. Whoa.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
Nah, I don't need any of this. Maybe some smithing stones. Nah. What's this got? Fire bone arrows. Neutralizing boluses, which are the poison ones. 103.30. 128.17. Okay, this is a little bit better, but the scaling isn't great for what I'm going for. Shouldn't be an issue. I don't need to think about this too much. It's good to have them. Because the sooner I can get to 12, or well, as soon as I'm over 12 smithing stone ones, I can feel comfortable leveling up this axe, while still being able to level up the weapon I'll have later. And like, I'm sure that there's more than 12 smithing stone ones in the Limgrave tunnels. I don't know if there's going to be 24 of them. So just picking up some extra ones shouldn't be the end of the world. Oh god, how long is this gonna take? I should not be doing this. I'm not gonna do it. Right, where's this cave? I feel like it would have been around those demi-humans, and I specifically didn't kill them because they could be connected to the cave. Penguins. Maybe penguins? Is this a merchant? No, it's a guy. What are you doing here? What are you gonna do about that? Ooh. Ooh, get some drip. Oh, that is nice. I like that. How good is that? I assume it's better than my, like, almost naked. Oh, it's better by quite a bit. Yeah, it's got slightly worse elemental resistances, but not enough that it would matter, and like double physical resistances, so yeah. And it just looks cool as hell. Yeah, weird, why was there a, Kaiden sellsword guy just hanging out? So how did that not hit? What was that? Oh. One of those. Where is this cave? Ah. So yeah, there's a group of enemy humans standing outside of it. Gonna have to write that down when I get to my grace. Oh, but Bok isn't here. Should I go talk to Bok so he shows up here? What are you talking about, Deadshot? Boobies? 2 thumbs up. Okay, coastal. This cave is on the coast of Limgrave. That's why it's called that. That's why it's called the Coastal Cave. There's a small group of Nemai humans guarding the entrance. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Bok quickly, just so we can show up here. I do unfortunately need to stand outside, though. And hopefully these guys aren't gonna aggro onto me the second I walk out. I didn't get the grace by Bok, you're kidding me. Because I haven't been there yet. Right, this is the weirdest playthrough of this game. When do I even do Gatefront? Oh, during the Storm Hill stuff, which is odd of me to choose it to be then. I guess it's because it's like the top half of Gatefront. All that stuff over there is Storm Hill, so I can kind of get it. I remember how much I hated this the first time I played this game. Yeah, he's this one, isn't he? Ooh. Okay, that was weird because I definitely hit that.
What did you go and do that for? Some clock. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. I was pushed out and I ended up. Oh, when they. So this is.
Give me my 5 mushrooms. 10 mushrooms. Damn. If I ever see men kissing, I'm gonna freak out. Only women can kiss. Okay. Ah! Bok, are you okay?
It hurts.
What does? If I see a man kissing, I blow up. Oh, I need to talk. I thought he was going to say something.
What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp.
Oh, will they?
You'll end up just like me.
Okay, if you speak to Bok, near gate front, he's found lying at the entrance of the cave, beaten to a pulp, as he says, by the demi-humans inside. They didn't kill him. They didn't kill him, likely because he is a demi-human as well. And I like the idea that demi-humans wouldn't want to kill their own kind. Because demi-humans are very civilized. A lot of people don't know that. They are people. They are not beasts. I mean, they're not like super civilized, but they try their best. You know, they carry around weapons. You don't see a monkey doing that, do you? No, you don't. Oh, I got the rare string drop. Oh, anybody remember this place from the Elden Ring 100% items run? Because this is where I had to farm a couple demi-human weapons. Land octopus ovary. Why would that be here? Boasting no special qualities, it's just string. There's no lore. Puffy, milky, white ovary of a land octopus, material used for crafting items. Land octopuses eat humans in order to bear young. Gross. And theirs is blood that runs through these ovaries. Okay, but does that mean demi-humans are killing land octopuses so they can eat them? Land octopus ovary on the floor are the demi-humans killing and eating land octopi, I mean. Land octopi. That are said to be strong enough to kill humans. You think about it, a group of demi-humans gotta be stronger than just one regular human. They got teamwork that humans don't have. Rainbow stones. Ruined fragments, blah blah blah. I don't think there's anything to say about that. They probably just collect them off the ground. I already mentioned like what ruined fragments are in the other video. Who do you summon here?
Old Knight Istvan. I did not know that. Actually, I probably did know that, and I've probably done it before, but I definitely forgot. I should mention that. You can summon Old Knight Istvan for the boss, and I might as well. It'll look good for the gameplay footage. And I guess that means this guy knows Bok as well. Like, he probably met Bok and was like, "Oh my god, you got beat up by all those demi-humans? Let me help you." I should write that down. Potentially, this guy also felt bad for Bok and wants to help him too. Or he wants to get to the Dragon Communion Island, but whatever. I like this. Okay, Demi-Human Chief Duo. Oh, he's using that Ash of War that I found. Or a similar version to it. The one that I got from that Alabaster Lord on another beach. Now the fact that there's two chiefs to the same, like, that there's two chiefs for this team. What? No, there's two chiefs for this group of demi-humans, which kind of suggests they rule. Well, it means that they rule together. And what's like the most common time? What the hell? Oh, I tried to heal. Okay, well, I guess, well, what's my Noble Sorcerer going to do? Like Glintstone Pebble? It's kind of what I expected. I thought I had my heals equipped. Thank you, guys. Okay, I got the tailoring tools, the sewing needle. Right, okay, so boss is Demi-Human Chief Duo. Reward is, what was it? Tailoring tools. And a sewing needle. A large sewing needle curved like a fang. Bok, the demi-human's prized possession. I was spelling Bok wrong. It's Bok with a C. And Bok's sewing needle. Right, yeah, what was I saying? Because there's two demi-human chiefs, it suggests that they're ruling together. Almost like they're like a couple, like a king and a queen, but two, the chief and the chiefette. So maybe they're a little gay, because they look exactly the same, and we know what the queens look like. So maybe they're two gay guys. two chiefs suggests ruling together, maybe gay. Right, well, I'll do the Bok thing in a minute, but I gotta run back. I gotta keep going through. Maybe this will have to be a part 2. I don't know how long the videos will end up being. Might end up being a part 2 video for the island. Continue through the cave. When does this cave end? Ooh, golden eye. My favorite mechanic. Ooh, falchion. No, 13 decks. And now suddenly, I'm on the island. Continue through the cave where there's more demi-humans. You come out the cave and see you're on the island across from Limgrave, the small island, to the side of Limgrave. Little crab. Wow. Immortal crab. Wow. On the island, you can find the ruins of the Dragon Communion Church. I did spell that right. Church of Dragon Communion. I'm gonna kill myself. Church of the Dragon Communion. Where what seems to be a dead ancient dragon lies here, dead. Almost looks like he crashed in here. Oh, and he's next to a big chunk of Farum Azula. Do you think this guy... Because he's got no wings. This guy, like, lost his wings, and then the chunk of Farum Azula he was on crashed into the church. That would be a really cool idea. Where a giant, dead, ancient dragon leans on the rubble. With a chunk of Farum Azula next to the church. It almost looks like this ancient dragon. Wait, go back a little bit. There's a dead, wingless ancient dragon. Wingless ancient dragon. And then it almost looks like this ancient dragon had lost its wings in a fight, and then, or just lost its wings, and then the part of Farum it was sat on fell from the sky, destroying this church made to worship his kind. I don't know, what is even like the point of this church as well? Because like, you can get all of these spells at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion in Caelid, but there's like, and then you just can't get certain things from this church. This church, this is clearly a lesser worship place than the cathedral in Caelid, which allows you to what's it called? Ritual of the Dragon Communion? I don't know. Allows you to learn more dragon spells. Oh, there's beasts on the side of here. Super, you know, it's gotta be honest, kind of weird that Farum Azula is the place where dragons come from, and also lions and stuff. What is it called? I don't know, just Dragon Communion altar. Dragon Communion altar has the image of a lion on the side, to represent the beastmen and beasts of Farum Azula, or Farum, possibly more specifically Sarosh. How do you spell Sarosh? Sarosh, yeah. I assume just how it sounds, but I'll work it out for the edit. Sarosh, Godfrey's close, Godfrey's lion friend. How do they know each other? Who was said to be high up in Farum. Okay, can I get anything else from this place? Headless dragon statues. It's like, well, I don't know what that's supposed to mean though. Oh, I was not looking at the screen, and that's not where I thought I was going. I want to go up here, because there's a message. Far to the east, you'll find the Cathedral of Dragon Communion, a place where draconic power gathers. There's a message retelling of the cathedral on top of the Barham ruins, suggesting they wanted people to go there after this church was destroyed. Very nice. Oh, there's an item. Exalted flesh. Does this have any lore? Lump of animal flesh pickled in a medicinal solution mixed with fiery spices. Craftable item temporarily boosts physical attack. Considered a delicacy in the Badlands. Oh, this invigorating repast was for the exclusive benefit of those who they deem heroes. I didn't know that about the Badlands. Maybe this was the guy that left the message. Might have to say that. Perhaps the dead guy with the exalted flesh was the one who left this message and choked on his meal, the flesh. I don't know, it's goofy, but also, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, there's jellyfish here. Do they show up because it's nighttime? Or were they here the whole time? I feel like I would have noticed. Do I need to say that? Like, I don't know if this is a common thing in the game. I'm usually not alive long enough to see different times of day. Well, I can't see any more items. If I could find something that's probably not important. Oh, what is this? Time out, I did not know this was here. Somber Smithing Stone 1. Thanks, I guess. I'll remember that one for the future. Why are the waves going towards there and not trying to hit the rocks that they're on? Like, I don't think that's super realistic. Okay, yeah, I kind of had a lot more to say about this place than I thought I would. So maybe it would be a good second video. Yeah, that's odd. I only did 5 of the things on my list, but I've left with 7 videos worth of stuff to talk about. That, I guess, is something to remember when routing the future videos. Yeah, I can't see anything else to talk about. What is that? What is that? Just more skulls. There's so many of these things. Okay, then I gotta go back to Bok and give him the thing. Church of Dragon Communion. Yeah. Now its own special video. You can head back to Bok.
Wait. You got it back for me.
Yeah, I did.
Needle.
I did it. Just me on my own.
What made you go and do a thing like that?
Oh yeah, I gotta add the glintstone pebble is the thing
Seamstress. And
the guy
that sewing
uses.
kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
Only knows the most rudimentary sorcery. Yeah, that was something like that. It said that. I don't know.
Thank you very. I always wanted to be a seamstress. Thank you very. I always wanted to be a seamstress, like my mum. Then I suppose I can't just.
Can head back to Bok,
die,
give him
can I?
the sewing needle, and he mentions his mother was a seamstress, adding more to the idea. Demi-humans are more what's the word? More intelligent, sentient, I don't know, like human-like. More intelligent. And organized, intelligent, organized than they are described. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm kind of done for today. It's been like 4 hours and I've only done the east side of main Limgrave. Not a lot, but it's 7 YouTube shorts, which is at the very least a week's worth of videos that I can make. So if I just come back in a week or whenever I'm done making these, I can go for another 4 hours and make another 7. And I mean, most of the first like 20 minutes of the stream, I mean, actually no, I was in, where was I like remember looking at I was at like 40 minutes in the stream before leaving Chapel of Anticipation or something. So yeah, I think the early part of the stream took up a lot of time. Like if it was still like 3:30, maybe I would go for like another place, but it's 3:45, so I'm gonna go. Next place is High Road Cave. Also, that's a cool chest piece, I gotta be honest. I'm not a fan of my guy's face though, my lady's face. So angry. Oh, I should level up. $20 vigor. Let me look up. I want to use the Morning Star when I eventually get to that part of Limgrave. Morning Star. Elden Ring. 12 strength and 8 dex. I can use that already. Okay, I'll pump a little bit of strength though. I want to become a strength arcane build. Very rare build. So it means I'm going to have to put certain affinities on within stone weapons with strength and bleed already. Like I got to get like Morning Star, and then I put, I think, Occult onto it, and that will give it arcane scaling, and the arcane boosts the bleed. But then it should also still have strength on it, so I can also have that. And then eventually I'll kill Moog and get his weapon, which is already strength arcane, I believe. I have 2 souls. That's awesome. Could make a YouTube short about that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm at 318 at 348, so I spent pretty much exactly half an hour messing about, trying to make a dumb character. But yeah, okay. Goodbye. Watch my YouTube shorts when they come out. They're gonna be sick.